2025 didn't go exactly how I expected it. Today I want to break it down, share with you how my year went, what things I'm improving for next year, what strategies I'll trade, and how I plan to become better next year. Let's dive right in. So just to be clear, this video isn't about a secret strategy or anything I'm gonna kind of reveal that's gonna be amazing, but it's about what didn't work well last year, what I did, I think, well, and how I plan to make my trading better moving forward in the coming year. A few things that will change, I think it's interesting to know, and we'll cover that in details here in this video. So this past year, 2025, I hit the drawdown. Not a huge drawdown for my account size and what I consider to be a high drawdown. That was a medium drawdown, let's say. So I lost about 10%, I believe 10.8% or so. Came back on the right track from there. I was able to fully recover and the year positive, but it was still a drawdown that I had to go through this past year. Now, last year, before that, I didn't have any drawdown. It was just like a straight, very highly profitable year. I made much more returns last year, but for the most part, I'm quite happy with how I performed. The only thing that I did wrong, I believe, in the beginning of the year is I was a bit late on closing out some of my positions when the market reversed. In February or March, we had a big turn in the market, a decent pullback on the S&P, and most stocks went down. I was a little bit too relaxed, so I kept some trades on for a while. I sold part of it, but not fully. If I had closed everything back then, I would have made much more return this year. But because I kept some positions open, that made me kind of lose a bit more and then come back on the other side. And some of my trades now are mostly in profit, but I still have some positions that are in a slight loss from that drawdown earlier in the year. Now, to be fair, these are not like fully big size positions. These are only partials. So I take some profits partially in the market over time. When price makes new high, for example, I'll sell some share. I'll take some profits off both in Forex and in stocks. The thing that happened though is that in stocks I was a bit more kind of relaxed. I left some partials open until the market would reverse. And these partials have now mostly reversed, but some parts are either like very close to break even or still in a very small loss. And that's what caused this drawdown. Now, to be fair, I fully recovered, which is a good thing. But part of it could have been avoided, definitely. So just to recap my current method now, and it's been the same for the last year, is I look at daily charts and weekly charts only. I don't trade anything intraday. I don't trade anything based on the lower time frames. I only look at these bigger time frame moves, the daily charts and above. And for me, it's been such a big game changer these past few years. To only have to look at the chart once a day, or in the weekly chart case, once a week, and then just let trades run for a while until they hit target and I take some partial profit on the way. It's been such a huge, massive change for me. It's been so good while traveling, being on sometimes different time zones in different countries. It's been really good to be able to look at only these bigger time frames. You know, if you follow me videos here on YouTube that I code indicators, and these indicators are spotting setups for me. So all I have to do is look at alerts on a daily basis. And if the alert finds some trades, I take them. If they don't, then I simply don't take them. And that's all there is to it. What this does is it's reducing my time at the chart. It's helping me make fewer decisions. So I don't have to be there and try to think or try to be disciplined or force my mindset to find some trades and stuff. It's a lot more hands-off. And my returns have been the same or even better than prior years of trading when I was looking at 1 hour charts and forward charts. Now, to be fair, I still run these algos, these automated strategies on the 1 hour chart. These run 24/5 on MetaTrader 5. I've done videos on that here. If you want to watch it on the corner, I'll leave it linked there. And these algos work really well to complement my trading. They've been having a really good performance this year on 22% return so far, I believe. And that's been really good. And that's what my trading consisted of this past year. Now, if you're watching this, the key lesson here is really that there's always times of trading where things work really well and everything is fine and we're really happy and we have good returns. There's times where we make a few mistakes and we might kind of feel it, or we might not even feel it at all. But the key is being able to know what mistakes we make and how we are going to recover from it. So I know I hit the drawdown this past year. I could have had mistakes and not hit any drawdown. So being more relaxed and holding trades could have been making me more returns, but in most cases, they will not. So I need to recognize that mistake. I need to be able to tweak things to be able to perform better. And that's really what I'm doing here is I'm reflecting on that kind of stuff. If you're new to trading, that might seem kind of not very important or might seem like something you don't want to think about. But over the years, as you become a more consistent trader and you really make a living out of this, you got to find ways to reflect on how you perform and what you got to correct for next year. This has to be like a year-to-year basis. Could be like a 6-month to 6-month basis, 3-month to 3-month basis. In fact, I did much better in the last half of the year than the first half because I understood that I tend to be more relaxed on holding trades, that I tend to close them a bit too late. And I changed that to be a bit more aggressive on it. So I still take partials. I'll be willing to now close trades faster, because I know that if I keep them too long, especially when the whole moving average reverses, I tend to be losing more money on the trades. It's all about gathering data. And from that data, you can make good decisions on whether or not you should get out or stay in the trades longer. Now in 2026, I have a pretty cool project, something that I'm not sure I want to go too much into, but I'll kind of do it anyway. And you might find it's boring, and that's totally fine. I've been working with Michael Tema for a few years. Michael is a really, really good trader who's been in the market for way longer than I am. And he's a really big proponent of selling options. So one of his main income streams in trading is actually option selling. He does this to add some consistent cash flow to his trading on a month-to-month basis. It's so hands-off, and you don't have to really look at the chart too much for that. So I want to get more into that. I've been learning from him in the past year about how to do options and really how this all works. It's been a cool learning curve. I really didn't talk about this much on YouTube because I think it's something that's a bit dry and a bit too kind of math focused that people might not relate to very much for now. But in the coming year, as I get better at this, I might put more content on that on YouTube. If you want to see more, make sure you comment below, let me know. I'll be happy to cover that if you want to. If there's no demand for it, I'll just keep it for me and kind of focus on doing it myself. The idea is the same setups you have for your trading. You can also use them for options in a slightly different way. So you sell some premium, you collect some cash on the way on a month-to-month basis. And the more you do it, then the more kind of income you have. It's kind of the same thing as having a house or an apartment and then you rent it to someone else. Then you collect the rent every single month. It's kind of how it works out. Of course, there's some risk of trading. It's the same thing. The risk can be also very controlled. And that's something that Michael is really a big fan of, is controlling risk and making sure that the risk is not too high. That's something I'm really kind of focusing on a lot. But this will make it a cool journey. So I'm trading the same strategies. Nothing changes. Daily chart, weekly chart, the same. Adding in a bit of options to it and also complementing this with the algos that I run on the 1 hour chart. These have been doing great for the past few years. We'll update the portfolio, make sure it's working well for the coming year with the market parameters and all that good stuff. So if you want to see the journey, if you want to catch along, make sure you like this video. Click subscribe to be notified of future videos that I'll post. We have an awesome team this year. Michael is retiring from teaching. It's going to bring some changes here for sure. But we have Kevin, who's a full-time trader based out of Thailand, who's going to be joining the team, coaching students, producing some content for YouTube as well. And of course, you have me and Anando who've been there for many years, are trading full-time, and you'll see us on the channel as well. So if you want to see more, make sure you're subscribed. Comment below. Let me know if you want to hear about options trading or not. I'll be happy to do more content on this as I get better. And I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.